This week, I'm going to be sharing the last part of this kitchen makeover. I have been making over my kitchen on a very small budget for the last 5 months. And this week, I'm going to be adding a pull-out trash can, adding a beautiful plate rack to a blank corner, and extending my cabinets all the way to the ceiling. I think these 3 projects are going to make such an impact to this budget kitchen makeover.
One thing I definitely want to do is add a trash pull-out underneath my sink. I had one in my old house and I absolutely loved it. So the other funny thing is that this hinge is broken and the door doesn't even close, so it just seems like a logical thing to do.
You'd be shocked at how easy it is to actually install these kitchen pull-out trash cans. It is literally 4 screws and it comes together in just about a couple hours. After you remove your kitchen door, you just install the sliding rack, and this is literally 4 screws. It is super simple to install and it even comes with the screws. The next part is a little bit trickier because you want to make sure you get the door on perfectly level. It comes with these little sticker tabs, but it is really helpful to have someone there just to hold everything and make sure it doesn't shift as you're attaching the door. You can kind of adjust these a bit after, but it's just really hard to adjust them to make them perfect if you don't have a good base to start with. Because I'm a little bit extra, I wanted to add a couple of drawers that would go right underneath the cabinet just to add more storage. So I just built a very simple drawer using a nail gun and some leftover wood that I have. And then I also added edge banding just to hide some of those ugly edges. I love the functionality of this little pull-out trash can. So we've got the trash in the recycling bin, and then right on top I've got this little drawer where I can put my trash bags, so it makes it so simple to take out the trash. On the other side, I also built another drawer just to have a little bit of extra storage for my cleaning supplies.
Today I'm starting a little project on this blank wall, empty wall. It needs something, so I could do something just like adding some paneling. But I'm actually going to make a plate rack, and I think it's going to be really functional, but also really, really pretty because I just feel like, you know, a blank wall, it hates to see me coming, right? This needs something.
I'm starting off with 1x4 pine, and I'm just going to cut this to the width and the height of the plate rack. This pine is already really nice, but I just gave it a light sand with P220 grit just to get some of that yellowness off the wood. And I also rounded out the edges just with my sander. I like to give it a bit of a softer look. Next, I primed and painted these. I wanted them to be the same color of my cabinet so it looks really seamless. And I think that painting them before you install them is just a little bit easier and a little bit faster. Another thing I did was I'm going to be adding a brass gallery rail to these. So I wanted to pre-drill the holes, and I think that's just going to be a lot easier than drilling them once it's all assembled. Assembling this is really simple as well. I am just laying this down on the floor, and I'm using a combination of wood glue and brad nails to assemble it. Now, I did use some corner clamps because that just makes everything so much easier. If you're not using corner clamps, make sure you get some. And these ones are just spring loaded, so they're really easy to adjust. Then I was careful to space out these so that they're exactly the same spacing in between each section, and it was ready to install. I used a combination of nails and screws from the inside of the pantry cabinet to attach this. I did get these tiny little pegs on Amazon and I thought they were so cute, but the color was just a little bit too shiny, like that plastic shiny fake gold. So I just spray painted them so they would match the brass rails a little bit better. And then I just threaded the rods through the little pegs, and I used 2 so that it would be easy to thread them through, with them lining up in the center. I totally forgot to put the bottom row on, and that's an issue because I can't drill upwards. So I just broke these toothpicks in half, added some construction adhesive, and I hope that this will be okay. I think this plate rack is so chic and cute. I love how it turned out. It's exactly what I wanted to make this corner of the kitchen, just add a little bit more charm. And the best part is it is so easy to build and totally available for anyone on a small budget. The last of the 3 mini projects I'm tackling is that I'm going to be taking my cabinets all the way up to the ceiling. Now I've got about an 11-inch gap, which means that it's kind of too small to add cabinets. Also, like, adding cabinets is really expensive. So I'm just going to take the crown molding and move it up. And I saw Cass Makes Home do this over on Instagram, and I was really inspired by how easy and affordable it was. I'm going to be really careful to remove this crown molding so it doesn't get damaged because I want to reuse it. I don't need to paint it, I don't need to cut a new piece because first of all, crown molding is really expensive, and secondly, it is so hard to cut. So just be really careful when you're removing it. So I need to cut a little block that I'm actually going to be attaching onto the cabinet so that I have a spot to add like a flat stock piece of MDF. I started off using some 2x4s, but I actually realized that a 2x6 would be much better because it's taller and I can attach it. So I'm just attaching this piece of wood with my nail gun, and I'm going to clamp it so that it doesn't budge. And then I attached it from the bottom up so that you wouldn't be able to see the nails. Next, I took my flat piece, which pretty much is going to cover up that entire gap, and I attached it to that 2x6 that I had already cut before. And then you can just attach your crown molding right back on top. Okay, the crown molding is done. Obviously, I cut this too short, so I have to put some trim here to fill the gaps. But I feel like the most important thing when you're doing crown molding is that corner there. You gotta get it nice and tight, and I did. So, win for me. I'm setting up my saw to cut that top trim. So you have to cut your saw so there's a bevel edge. So I'm gonna show you how you can do that. You basically need to add these, I don't know, gates, whatever you wanna call them. And then I've put this to a 45 degree. Okay, so that is a 45 degree right there. And now we can make a really good cut. And now you can see how these two bevels come together to make that perfect corner. And now I can just attach this to cover up that little gap, and I feel like it was kind of a fortunate incident because this trim actually looks so chic, and I love that it adds just a little bit more character than just having plain old crown molding. And I actually liked it so much that I decided to add another piece of trim. And I'm just using my pin nailer because I find that the pin nailer, the nails are perfect and they never split the wood. I know that this is a small project, but I feel like it makes such a big impact to how your kitchen looks because it makes the whole room just seem bigger when you don't have that awkward gap. Never underestimate the small projects. I feel like these 3 projects added so much function and beauty to my kitchen, and I'm just so happy with how they turned out. So stay tuned next week because I'm going to be doing the grand reveal of my kitchen makeover.